All right, welcome everyone. It's about that time. Time for a little chair yoga. So we'll grab our yoga block cushion, whatever you have, and taking a moment just to sit tall. And we might place that yoga block between the knees, bring your feet to the earth. You can be in bare feet or sock feet. I have these little grippy socks on, so I might leave these for now. So welcome here in our studio space and at home. Bring your shoulders over hips. Let's take a moment to center. You might soften your gaze or even close your eyes. And feel your body land in stillness. Your feet on the ground. Sitting bones on the chair. And the hands resting on the legs. Begin to notice your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And just noticing any sensation as we take a moment to follow our breath. Noticing each in-breath as we create space in the ribs and belly. Relaxing and letting go with each out-breath. And just notice where you feel the breath the most. You might use that as your focal point, so that if the mind wanders, you can return to that focal point or return to the breath. And using our exhaling breath to promote a sense of grounding, a sense of relaxing. With each in-breath, you might visualize the spine lengthening and lifting skyward. With each out-breath, just softening a little as we draw the belly in. Let's bring our awareness towards our heart space. You might even place one or both hands on the heart or the chest. Connecting with the rise and fall of your chest, the beat of your heart. And setting your intention for your practice. That heartfelt intention. Whatever you'd like to cultivate more of, whatever you'd like to experience or practice. And know that you are worthy of whatever your heart desires, worthy of abundance. And everything we need is already here within. All we have to do is turn our attention inwards and pay attention. We can release our hands back to the legs if you like. And take your time to blink the eyes open. And just noticing how that felt in your body, that short pause. Taking a moment to awaken. From here, we can keep our block as it is. You might slide back in your chair. Let's start with the lower body today. Hands can be on the thighs or gently hanging onto your chair. Let's stretch the legs away and bending the knees. Pressing away and release. Good. Just noticing sensation of the leg muscles, lifting the spine, lifting tall. Good. And then pressing the legs away, let's point the toes and flex your feet. Taking a moment of gratitude for our feet and all the miles they've carried us, all the places they've taken us to. And then circling your feet perhaps in one direction. Circling in the other direction. And shake out your feet. Good. And again from here, release that block off to the side. Come forward a little bit and wide stance. We're going to stir right out of the hips. Stirring in one direction. And stretching out our feet, grounding to the earth. Grounding through the sitting bones. And then you might take the stirring action in the other direction. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Returning center. Make any adjustments in your stance. Bring your arms to the sides. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. Exhale, let them go. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. Do that a few more times. And then from here, you might roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Maybe you bend the elbows more and make those circles a little bigger out of the shoulder joint. And if it's still comfortable, maybe you circle even bigger. Reaching the arms up and back. And release. Hands resting on the legs. Take your ear to the right. And then roll the chin center. And your ear over to the left. And then roll back center. Over to the right. And just explore this half circle, working at your own pace. Breathing comfortably. And then let's bring our gaze back to the horizon, nice and tall. From here, let's inhale, turn to look right. Exhaling center. Turn looking left. And exhaling center. Do that a few more times if that feels good for you. Again, know that you can opt out of anything I suggest today. Remember, you know your body best. So listening to that inner voice. And return center. Good. From here, we can use our yoga block if you like. So yoga block or cushion or a beach ball, just whatever you have. We're going to inhale, press the block forward, and then exhale, draw it in. Inhale, press away. Exhale, draw it in. And then we might round into like a mini cat stretch, a mini cow stretch. Or you might just sit tall and very neutral through the spine. And then return center. From here, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, drawing it into the heart space. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, drawing it in. Good, welcome. Let's add a little change. Inhale, reach up. Take the block in the right hand, circle around, back to the heart. Other side, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, circle around. You might follow the block with your eye gaze. One more time each way. Good. From here, let's start to turn to face our right. Bring that block or ball between the knees, sitting tall. Make any adjustments to be on your mat if you like. And then from here, we're going to inhale, reach your arms up by the ears. Exhale, turn to the back of your chair. Let your hands land on the chair back. And breathe into this easy twist. A little squeeze of the block. Belly drawing in. Reaching up to the sky, turn your shoulders back to the right, float the hands down to the top of the legs. Pause for a moment, let everything settle. And as you're ready, removing the block, let's place the block on the floor in front of our chair. Scoot forward a little bit so that you can place the knee perhaps on that block. Freeing up that front hip and buttock and leveling off your shoulders and hips. Back hand on the chair seat for support. Front arm reaching up. And then coming into this nice hip flexor stretch. You might opt to add this side bend, or you might stay very linear, keeping the spine stacked. Just be mindful if flexion of your spine is for you. Sometimes it's not. If you're dealing with osteoporosis, it might not be. Or if your doctor's told you not to flex your spine. Good. Let's reach both arms up to the sky, squaring off the shoulders and hips, coming into warrior one. Pressing through the feet so that we're activating the muscles of the legs. That's it. I know. These chairs are very tall. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, just breathing. Just noticing. And then bringing your back hand to the thigh, front arm forward, front leg back, coming into flying warrior. Good. Opening through the torso, through that hip flexor. Option is to lift both arms for further challenge, or you might opt to keep one arm down, one arm up. Let's come back to that warrior one, bending the back knee, and then start to pivot on the back toe, turning to face front, stretching out that left leg long. Warrior two. We might bring our gaze to the front hand, or that right hand in this case, rotating our palms up, rotating our palms down, just revolving the arm bones right out of the shoulder joint. Good. And then palms stay up, top hand to the sky, back hand lightly resting on the leg. Reversing our warrior. That's it. As you're ready, windmill back to that warrior two position. Taking another breath, lower the front elbow and arm to the thigh. Circle the back arm up and around, arm by the ear, And then open the shoulder, broaden your collarbones. Keeping a lift in the waist, pressing through the feet. Just following the breath. As you're ready, reach up to the sky, windmill the arms back parallel, and float the arms down to the legs. Bend the back knee, help it forward, the front. We'll turn to face center and just pause for a moment. You might scan the body as everything settles, noticing sensation. Noticing the breath. Good. From here, let's go to the other side so we can pick up our block. And turning left, we're going to have that block between the knees, coming into that twist, shoulders over hips, nice and tall. Let's inhale, reach our arms up by our ears, lengthening the spine. Exhale, gently turn towards the back of the chair, let your hands land. And breathing into this twist. Remember to make modifications if twisting's not good for you. You can just stay facing, turning towards the right. Or sorry, towards your left. And on your next inhale, reach up to the sky, turn towards your left, and float the hands down to the top of the legs. Pause here and let everything settle. Let the ribs settle on the hips. Let the spine settle. Good, and as you're ready, releasing our block, placing that block or cushion on the floor for a little bit of support for the knee, just an option. You don't necessarily have to do this block on the floor. So we're opening that hip flexor. Back hand can be on the chair seat for support. Front hand reaching up to the sky, lift and lengthen right out of that front hip flexor. And then we can add that side bend, or you can opt to stay tall and neutral. So breathing into this shape, pressing through the feet for support, strengthening the legs. As you're ready, reach both arms skyward, coming into warrior one. So arms could be up to the sky, they could be at the heart, or they could be on the hips. So modify for comfort or challenge. And then take your time, release the back hand to the thigh. Front hand reaches forward, front leg slides back, coming into flying warrior. Square off your shoulders and your hips. Breathing into this shape, option to have one arm up, or maybe both arms down. Let's bend the back knee, pivoting on the back toe, and then coming into warrior two. Pressing into that back leg, adjust this back leg for comfort. It might come more forward. It might have a little bend, so be kind to your hips and knees here. And opening the front body. Let's rotate our palms turning up, palms turning down. That's it. And then leaving our palms up. Top hand to the sky, back hand lightly resting on the thigh. Sun worshiper. Again, you might look down, you might look at the horizon, or even look to the top hand. Whatever feels good for your head and neck posture. Windmilling the arms back to that warrior two position. Taking another breath. And then lower the front arm. Circle the back arm up and around by your ear. Opening that top shoulder, turning to the long edge of your mat. Good. Press through the feet. Take a little pressure off that elbow so that we're not collapsing into the arm. That we're lifting through the waistline. That's it. Looking good. Just breathing. As you're ready, reach back up to the sky, windmill the arms back parallel, and float the arms down to the legs. Bend the back knee, help it forward, the front, and we can turn to face center. Taking a moment just to pause as everything settles. Just noticing sensation. And then blinking the eyes open. Let's take a moment to transition. We can set our blocks aside, maybe come up to hydrate and come up to stand. Adjusting our chair to the top of your mat. We're going to turn to face your chair seat, and we're going to start in mountain pose with our feet about hip bone width apart. Sinking into the feet, you might rotate the palms forward as you broaden the collarbones. Good. And just having our chair at the top of your mat so that you have the mat behind you as well. Good. Let's bring our hands to the heart space. And let's begin. Inhale, reach up to the sky, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, reach to a flat back position. Inhale, step back right and left. And exhale, coming into a strong plank, engaging your core. Inhale, you might arch the spine, gazing up, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hip, step forward into downward dog. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then halfway lift, hands to the thighs for support, tall mountain. Bringing our hands back to our heart in Anjali Mudra. Other side, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, dive forward, reach to that flat back position. Inhaling, stepping back left and right. Exhale, find your plank. Inhale, another breath into upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands to the thighs, tall mountain. Hands back to the heart. Let's add on. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hinge to the flat back. Inhaling, stepping back right and left. And exhale, secure your plank. Inhaling, upward dog, or just another breath in plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, round the spine, right knee to nose, look down. Inhale, press away, look forward. Do it again, exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale, press away. One more time, exhale, round. Inhale, press through the heel and return to downward dog. On your next inhale, halfway lift, hands to the thighs, hinge to tall mountain. Hands back to the heart. Other side, inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, diving forward, flat back. Inhale, step back left and right to plank. Exhale, aligning your plank. And then inhale, upward dog. Exhale, step forward into downward dog. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, left knee towards the nose. Inhale, press away, look forward. Do it again. Exhale, rounding the spine, pressing forward. And release. Good, one more time. And then returning to downward dog. Come up halfway, hands to the thighs, tall mountain. Pause here and just notice. And feel all the edges of your feet grounded to the mat. You might lift the arches of the feet as if you're lifting your kneecaps. Pull the shoulder blades back and down, opening the heart and the crown of the head to the sky. Your body's strong, tall, and grounded. Let's bring our hands to our heart. From here, just a side bend. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, interlace the hands, make a little steeple with your pointer fingers. Take another breath. Right side bend. Inhale, center. Left side bend. Inhale, center. Release the arms back behind you, opening the chest, shoulders. And release the arms. Good. Shake it out. Again, making any adjustments or hydrate, anything that you'd like to do. And we're going to stay in this position for a few more exercises, a few more moves and stretches. So from here, hands on the hips. Take a step forward on your right foot, a step back, turning that left toe out, giving each leg its own track. Then when you're set, take your hips more squarely to the front of the chair seat. We're going to inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge, reaching to the chair seat for pyramid pose. Starting to feel that stretch in the right leg. So we're pulling that right hip back gently and the left hip forward so that we feel that stretch in the hamstring of the upper thigh, the back of the upper thigh. And keep pulling the right hip back, the left forward. You might also bend the elbows to deepen the stretch. Continue to breathe deeply. Engaging the core a little bit, so drawing the belly up and in, shoulders down and back. Good. Bending both knees, step forward, ground both feet. Hands can come to the thighs, hinge or roll up, finding tall mountain once again. Good. Hands back to the hips. We can take the left foot forward a little bit and the right foot, step it back and turn the right toes out about 30 degrees or so. Then rotating our hips more to the front. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, coming into a flat back position, hands on the chair. And then starting to feel that stretch in the back of the upper thigh on that left leg. Pulling that left hip back a little, the right hip forward to deepen the stretch. That's it. Keeping your head lifted so that your head feels centered on your spine. Pulling the left hip back, the right hip forward. Maybe bending the elbows to get a little lower. And breathing into the hamstrings, the back of the upper thigh. And then bending both knees, step forward, ground your feet, walk your hands to the thighs. Find tall mountain. Good. Good. As you're ready, let's come to our chair. So I'm going to show, I guess, this view here. So you guys can come to, let's say, the back side of your chair. And you're going to face me. So you could leave your chair just as it is, actually, if you want. Yep. Yeah, you could leave your chair just as it is. Or sorry, come to to face front of the room, I guess. Sorry for my directional challenges. What we're going to do is keep side on to your chair. And so I've got my right hand up on the chair. I'm going to take my back leg, which happens to be my right, if you're looking at me from home. And I'm bringing that leg that's closest to the chair back up to the chair seat. So I'm going to press into that foot. I'm going to press into my standing leg. First, just orienting myself with where I am and how I'm standing and that I'm feeling strong in both legs. Option is to stay right here. Or you might opt to bring your outside hand across and rest on the knee. You might bring the inside hand to the waistline. Options to stay here. You might further add a little rotation, twisting and looking towards the back of your chair. So pulling that back shoulder back, the top shoulder forward, adding a little spiraling rotation. Notice how this is challenging our balance and how we connect with our upper torso, connecting to the lower torso, our core muscles. Keep pressing firmly through the feet. Know that your chair is right there if you need to hang on. A grounding through the feet, strengthening the legs. And then bringing that hand from the hip back to the chair, turning, facing forward, hand to the hip. Hanging onto the chair, let's step down and land. Whew, that was fun. Let's do it on the other side. So we'll do it on the other side. And so I'm just going to change the angle of my chair so those of you from home can see what I'm doing. So you're going to face again the side of your chair. Bring that leg, which is the opposite one this time, to the top of the chair seat. Press firmly through both feet, so feel the buttocks working on both sides. The leg muscles are starting to tighten up. And then the front hand can reach to the leg that's on the chair, the outside knee or the top of the knee. Start to turn towards the back of the chair, bringing that inside hand to the hip or the waistline. Adding a little turn or a little twist. Keep pressing through your feet for support. Just noticing your balance. Without judgment, just notice. You might find one side a little easier than the other. Keep pressing through your feet, feeling your feet grounding. Lifting the crown of the head tall to the sky. And working a stabilization in through the hips. And then we can bring our inside hand back to the chair, our outside hand back to the waistline, turning to face so that our shoulders are stacked over our hips again, and then stepping down off the chair. Great, great work, everyone. Yeah, that was good. So let's come to, I guess, the right side of our chair, and I'm going to face my chair forward now, like it was, I think, when we started. So coming to the right side, you can adjust your chair so you can be right on your mat if you like. Maybe I'll do that. Hand on the chair, hand on the hip. Good. So let's shift our balance to that inside leg. We're going to take the outside knee up, add some external rotation, close, and back to the floor. So strengthening both sides, being aware of your posture. Looking good. Body tall, you've got it. Let's try 2 more. And last one. Good work. And release. Good. Feet grounding. Outside arm is long. But let's reach that outside arm up and come into crescent moon. So breathing into this moon shape. Feet rooted. Energy up through the fingertips. The inside elbow and shoulder relaxing. That's it. And then reaching the arm up, straightening the spine, the torso, and release your arm down. Good. Hand can come back to the hip and the chair. Let's shift our balance once again to that inside leg. Then the outside leg can press away and release. So stepping down and landing just briefly each time. Just using the breath. That's it. Last one. Good, and land. Good. Let's go to the other side of our chair. So same thing, other side. Feet rooted, grounded, body tall. Hand on the hip, hand on the chair. Let's begin. Outside knee comes up, external rotation, close, and back to the floor. So visualizing your spine tall, crown of the head skyward. That's it. Just a few more times. Looking good, that's it. And last one. And both feet landing, outside arm is lengthened. Reach that outside arm up. And crescent moon, nice side bend. Creating space with each breath. And reaching back up, float the arm down, and hand can come back to the hip. That lateral leg lift, shift your balance inside leg, outside leg presses away. Excuse me, felt that coming. And a pause. Let's pause now for our final relaxation. I'm just going to adjust the lights. So again, you might just simply sit in your chair. You might lie on the floor or in a more comfortable chair. Whatever you would like. And taking this opportunity to relax, to breathe. And your eyes can be opened or closed. And taking this opportunity to find stillness once again. To come into a comfortable seat, or to lie on the floor, or to recline. Bringing our focus inwards, noticing breath and sensation. Giving yourself permission to relax completely. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. The work is done. It's so important to allow time for recovery from life, from busyness, from our workouts. Relaxing and letting go of any holding, letting go of any doing, just breathing. Taking your time to awaken, to blink the eyes open, to just notice sensation in the body as you end your practice. You might sit a little taller, You might bring the hands to the heart space into Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment of gratitude and kindness for yourself, this practice, and each other. Thank you for sharing your time, energy, and your practice. And until we meet again, namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thanks everyone for showing up today, both here in our little studio space and online.